in your internal, is that an issue which you identified and brought to the attention of the audit committee of the board or the CEO?
Yes.
The floor.
Thank you, Chair. Just for context.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Just for context, the internal audit function had done 6 reviews of procurement section, and the issue of documentation not being found is institutionalized. It is systemic. We have done review of it, and on several occasions, we'd asked them to put in systems in place to mitigate against that. And it is in the internal audit reports, and since recently, they have done something about it in terms of the management has put something in place, and we have reviewed that.
What has management put in place?
They have put in, as the senior director had said, a filing cabinet. And hard folders. We had looked at them just recently, Chair, right? But it has been institutionalized over a long period of time, and we have reviewed them and report them to the audit committee, and that is where it ends, Chair.
No, hold on. Help me again.
Jamaica. In case you don't know, that is the internal auditor of the UHWI. The man said these problems with the filings and the filings them where the 22 file them gone is systematic. It's institutionalized. And then fix the problem by putting in filing cabinet. Then how they when I put them in before. No, that is not even the issue, ladies and gentlemen. The young arm asked for the resignation of who? Dennis Garden. But I'm saying to the young arm of the JLP, why are you not asking for the resignation of Fitzgerald Mitchell, the CEO? Why are you not asking for the resignation of the person that put him there, Christopher Tufton? Because when there was a reform and a change supposed to happen at the UHWI for a lady in England that had the expertise to fix things, she was rejected. And Fitzgerald was, I think, the acting CEO at the time, and he was propelled to the position by Christopher Tufton. And it is alleged that they are part of some team called the Manchester Boys. They went to school together. So this breakdown, this systematic dysfunction within the UHWI where procurement and the filings and all those things are concerned, that has many reports have come from the internal auditors. The blame squarely rests on Christopher Tufton and Andrew Holness. And I rest my case.
People, what is going on here in Jamaica? Now, ever since the other day, I saw in the media where the pressure is on Dennis Garden for him to resign because he is involved, allegedly, into corruption. But the same corruption that is involving, allegedly, Dr. Christopher Tufton is a part of the same corruption. And more Jamaican Labour Party members are a part of the same corruption. So the question is, why are they asking just one person to resign? Why is it that Christopher Tufton, that is a name, came out first in this scandal, haven't resigned as yet, and no one calling for him to resign? But the pressure is on Dennis Garden for him to resign. I can't understand. Is Jamaica really a real place? Jamaica even a real place, people? Because I don't understand. Wrong are wrong and right are right. And if you're involved in corruption, I don't support for you. I feel you have to resign for you. Right? But, people, what I am saying is that over the past 9 years, they got 10 years, right? Andrew Holness is at the head when it come on to mix up in a scandal and corruption. Daryl Valls no better. Daryl Valls second the table when it come on to corruption, when it come on to misusing taxpayers' dollars. Christopher Tufton third the list when it comes on to thieving from taxpayers' pocket. You know that, right? It is almost $1 trillion unaccounted for under the watch of Christopher Tufton. Christopher Tufton has spent almost $30 billion on Cornwall Regional Hospital, and you still haven't seen where any work has done. And that hospital, it still cannot open as yet. Them even go cut ribbon to open the hospital. But the hospital still cannot open as yet. But people, there are many times when the deadline for the hospital to open has passed. I'm not hear nobody and make no noise over the matter. But make we start the video the right way. Blessed evening to my viewers and my subscribers them. Me hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful evening. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end. Also, like up the video, share up the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Make we run the intro and come back. We so forward. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers. Big up to all of my viewers. Big up to all of my subscribers. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. So now my viewers and my subscribers, there has been so many scandals in the media, in Jamaica, in a parliament, surrounding Dr. Christopher Tufton regarding in misusing taxpayers' dollars. Now, one of them is where Christopher Tufton and his sweetheart, Ben Spunani, had a company where the two of them are use that company to scam taxpayers' dollars. They are rewarding their own company with billions of dollars in contracts where no work now carry out. Them just use the name of the company to scam the Jamaican people out of their hard-earning money. And it was a big deal in the media, but we not see the young Jamaica come out and ask Christopher Tufton to resign. We not see the Jamaican people them a pressure Christopher Tufton to resign. Christopher Tufton said that he bought a drill cost $32 million. And by right, the drill is only for $3.2 million. $3.2 million. But Christopher Tufton said he paid $32 million for that drill. Him still cannot give a receipt for that drill. Christopher Tufton had spent almost $30 billion on the Cornwall Regional Hospital, right? But the Cornwall Regional Hospital still not showing a work where the Christopher Tufton and his entourage are spending all of these funds on the hospital. Because when you check it out, people, that money could have built maybe about 5 hospitals and left back change. Because remember, from 2016, 2017, the project started. And the project did take only $2 billion. A new brand hospital would have cost the government $5 billion. But now they are almost $30 billion. And the hospital still cannot complete. But we now hear say Christopher Tufton to resign. Now before we go far, remember say the same scandal that Dennis Garden name have been mentioned. The same scandal with them say Mark Golding a hypocrite because him take too long to fire Dennis Garden. him take too long to speak on the matter. The same matter. Christopher Tufton is the head of the matter. He is the head of the whole matter. But guess what? Here's a Christopher Tufton to resign. But people, let us hear from Dr. Alfred Dawes, and then we come back and expose some more of these corruption that is going on.
Different this day, nobody has given a satisfactory explanation as to rice labeled by the Bureau of Standards Jamaica as not meeting the classification and the standards it set out was taken off the ports and distributed to an unsuspecting public. Awarded using direct contracting, and they concluded that the minister's role created a perceived advancement of private interest for Market Me Consulting. Neonatal deaths Now, in 2026, the Auditor General finds that at the University Hospital of the West Indies, under the ministry's watch, 51 contracts worth $500 million have no procurement records, and that the hospital's tax-exempt status was misused to import goods for private entities. Different scandals, same minister. Same themes, overpricing, conflicts of interest, weak documentation, and a refusal to answer straight questions.
No, I want my Jamaican people to know this. Playing politics won't fix this country. Being dieted won't fix this country. Playing blind to the matter, to the truth, to corruption won't fix this country. No, when you look into it, people, there are 4 companies that are in this scandal. And 3 of these companies are from the Jamaican Labour Party side. Right? One is from the People's National Party side, which is Dennis Garden. And 4 companies are involved. 3 of them is from the other party, the Jamaican Labour Party. But guess what? They are hiding the names of the other 4 companies and who run those companies. Why is it that they are hiding the names of the other 3 companies, but they are quick to put out the one that is run by the People's National Party member? Only no question the matter? Only no ask yourself, why are they afraid to let us know who else are involved in this scandal, in this corruption, in robbing taxpayers' dollars? Why are they hiding it?
The Auditor General, in her findings, said companies. Can you, because I think it is in your purview to name, and she mentioned private company 1, private company 2, private company 3, private company 4. Can you tell the committee, and that's my first question, what are the names of private company 1, private company 2, private company 3, private company 4?
I know that the Auditor General redacted the names.
I'm not directing the question to the Auditor General, I'm directing the question to you.
I'm answering
yes.
it, I'm answering it, member. And we know that the matter is under investigation.
The matter is under investigation for 1 company, and I'm going to get to that. So
it's under investigation for all, but only
but
one. One case, and I can.
I just want to hear the names of the companies.
I can give you the name of
yes.
the one that the work has been completed by customs, and they have actually given us the report with the one name.
No, I don't think that is acceptable, because I don't know, did you issue the name? Because the name came out there before the customs report, as far as I know. So I'm asking the university hospital, through you as the CEO, to provide the names. This has nothing to do with the investigation. Do you know the names of the 4 companies?
I will seek guidance on releasing all the names, member, but I can share the name of the one that we have gotten the report of.
I'm not asking you for the name of the one, but because why is there secrecy around naming all the 4? And how come the country heard of this one long before customs and things would have gotten the information from the university hospital? So I'm just asking you here, what are the names? This is my first question.
Do you know the names? Do you know the names?
Can you repeat that, member?
Do you know the names?
No, I am... No.
Yes or no?
Now, the question is the name of the 4 companies that benefited from the tax-exempt status.
I know that the Integrity Commission has the files. The names, as would have been known, seen by the Auditor General, were seen by us also. But in terms of the completion of the investigation, one has been completed.
So are the investigations around the named company, which that name was in the public space for months, were those...
We didn't release any names, you know. We have not released any names even to this point.
But you're saying you know of one, and you can name one for investigations
based
complete.
on the report from the customs which I have here, I can state what customs has stated as being the one company.
I am.
What has,
very,
let me, all right. What has Customs stated, without naming the company, what is the summary of the findings of Customs' investigation in relation to that entity?
No, but I think, Chairman, before we go there, though, so the university is unable to name the 4 entities that have all benefited from the misuse as defined by the Auditor General's findings. Misuse of the tax-exempt status. You can't name, you refuse to name. 'Cause I don't think the response about Integrity Commission prevents you from naming who those entities are.
Okay, let me just answer the chairman's question and I'll come to you. I'm just making sure I get the correct spelling of the names. All right? I'll get in that. But the chairman asked, what did they report from Customs State, right? Third-party verification from the name company with the assistance of the CEO of that company. That one, the goods were imported and these are the dialysis machines. One, the goods were imported by the company, the goods were paid for by the company, the value of the goods was verified by way of payment records received from the company, custody of the goods was verified to be that of the company, and the address, and that it was not, and the company confirmed that the goods were in fact imported for that company by the university. The name of the companies are Supreme Laundry Services, Willman's Sales.
What's that?
Willman's Sales, like Willman, WILLMAN, Sales, SALES. Scientific Medical Services, and Jack Den Limited.
Thank you very much, CEO. Chairman, I want to proceed now to, so what is clear is that the university hospital have been, whether or not this is to utilize my friend's good phrase earlier on, whether this is institutionalized, the CEO can't say whether the use of the tax exemption status is an institutionalized way of how the UWI has been operating. But what is clear is that it is more than one company as named.
More than one company I've named. But people, Dennis Garden recently did an interview with Marvin, right? Dennis Garden recently did an interview, and I am going to play a piece of this interview for you guys so you can have a better understanding surrounding the situation. So I want you all to also like, comment, and share this video while watching this part of the interview. All right, make we run it and come back.
What one has to do is to take responsibility for your entity. I could have said it was me and I wasn't the person dealing with it on a day-to-day basis, but that would be disingenuous.
Right.
Because I am the guy who owns the company. And so I have to take full responsibility.
Right.
I also said if I have done anything wrong, or if the Auditor General has cited me for any wrongdoing, I would have resigned. Because, again, not arrogance, but I really don't need politics. I'm there because I want to give a service.
Right.
I'm there because I want to give a service. So my thing is, some people invest their money in building homes and make mega profit.
Right.
Some invest on the stock market, right? I invest in healthcare.
Right.
Right? And I am offering my services less than what is paid in the public service. I want them to digest that.
Yes. Yes.
I want them to digest that. That when you come to my medical facility, you pay less than what you pay in the public service. I want them to digest that. I want them to digest that if you go to any of your hospital and ask to be placed on the dialysis treatment list, you're going to be given date of 2 years and above.
Yes.
You walk into my place and you are treated once you come with a proper referral.
Yes.
There are many persons that come, and we have many testimonials that don't have no money, and we treat them. That come with 7,000, and we treat them. That come with 8,000, and we treat them. Because we are not a rapacious organization.
Right.
We are an organization poised to help bring quality care at affordable rate to the most vulnerable.
Right.
And nobody can derail that. Nobody can stop that.
And
So I want to bless up your viewers and your listeners.
Yeah, man.
And I'm ready to take your questions.
All right. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am most appreciative because this is pretty much an exclusive. Mr. Gordon has not spoken in length to any platform, anybody, any news media. The only thing is for the Jamaica Observer, I think, where the article is there pretty much explaining his position. Now, for those of you who were not here earlier, the synopsis pretty much is that Mr. Gordon does not do the day-to-day operations for his business. So I'm gonna, well, I don't want to guess because he's here, so the questions can be posed to him. He currently owns 95% of the company in terms of shares, and of course that makes him the pretty.
Now, the question is, when will we ask Andrew Holness to resign? When will the pressure come down on Andrew Holness to resign? Because a man with so much corruption surrounding him should never sit in office. Remember, there are so many scandals surrounding Andrew Holness' name right now that you can't even pick and choose which one is more better than which one, because every one of them are very terrible. Right? So people ask the question, when will he resign? And another person is Christoph Time. When will Christoph Time resign? It is almost $1 trillion that is unaccounted for under the watch of Christopher Tough Time. Christopher Tough Time and his friend open a parlor in a Spanish town, a funeral parlor in Spanish town, right? And award a government contract to keep all the bodies at that parlor. Remove it from the original place, which is the Kingston Public Hospital. Then remove it. Remove all the bodies from the Kingston Public Hospital to Spanish Town, awarding themselves a government contract. Is it that not corruption? Market Me is owned by Christopher Tough Time and his girlfriend, Ben Spunani. And them award themselves so many contracts, billions of dollars in contracts. So the question is, when will Christopher Tough Time resign? Almost $1 trillion. Almost $1 trillion is unaccounted for under the watch of Christopher Tough Time. But he should not resign. Daryl Jazz, scandal upon scandal upon scandal upon scandal upon scandal upon scandal. The latest is where him claim to say him spend $12 million to buy 200 Starlink. The same Starlink them will come to Jamaica for free. The same Starlink them where them get for free after Hurricane Melissa. At the same Starlink him same spend $12 million to buy. Them say them buy 4 air condition and it costs $4 million. So people, is it that these things are not scandal? But whatever anyone do from the People's National Party side are scandal. Daryl Jars same spent over $1 to be exact $1.4 billion for some old school bus where them get a foreign. Get for free. Him still cannot show any invoice. And recently, them plan to park those old school bus, which 60 of those bus still cannot arrive in Jamaica as yet. But them plan for nobody do the school bus system there again and go get some new school bus which are more money they might go scam from the people of Jamaica. And you want to tell me say that is no scandal? Daryl Jars nothing resign? There are so many people in the Jamaican Labour Party where corruption are hanging down over their head, including Daryl that plead guilty for using taxpayers' dollars to enrich her own self by buying high-end vehicle and planning to open a car mart, allegedly. So people, the question is it that when it comes on to the Jamaican Labour Party, what they do with taxpayers' dollars, when they enrich themselves from it, it is not corruption? Let me know down below in the comment section. We all need to stand up and start asking for these people to resign. Resign. We are too comfortable with criminal running our country.
Today, I am making a call for an immediate independent inquiry into the death of baby Ramonte Rakai Ranger at the Cornwall Regional Hospital on Good Friday, and squarely placing the responsibility at the feet of Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton. This tragedy is a direct consequence of 9 years of neglect and a culture of no accountability from the minister. His consistent pattern of denying involvement and deflecting blame must end. The unfinished corridors of Cornwall Regional Hospital are monuments to this government's failed leadership. Jamaica deserves action, not another PR moment. I am feeling profound sorrow for Shandale Ballantyne, the 33-year-old first-time mother who left Cornwall Regional Hospital on what should have been the most joyful day of her life, instead returning home without her child. No mother should ever suffer what Miss Ballantyne has endured, and no Jamaican should suffer because a minister refuses to lead. I am unsparing in my assessment of Minister Tufton's public response. It is a calculated exercise in evasion, promising an investigation while offering no acceptance of ministerial responsibility. Dr. Tufton has once again retreated behind process rather than demonstrating leadership. It is a pattern not only familiar, but dangerous. The numbers tell a damning story. Cornwall Regional Hospital's long overdue renovation has ballooned from an initial $2 billion to more than $23.5 billion, with no completed facility to show for it. Nearly a decade of delays, cost overruns, and mismanagement have left one of Jamaica's most critical health institutions structurally and functionally compromised. The death of baby Ramante is not an isolated incident, but an inevitable consequence of sustained institutional failure under this administration. The minister has been at the helm of Jamaica's health system for a decade. He cannot separate himself from its failures. Accountability is not optional for those who seek power. It is the price of leadership. I am again calling for a transparent, independent inquiry into the circumstances surrounding baby Ramante's death and a full audit of systemic failures within the Western Region Health Authority. I am pledging today to pursue this matter in Parliament and through every available avenue until answers and accountability are delivered to the people of Jamaica and all sufferers of the inadequate health care that is delivered in our public health system. As the nation mourns alongside Ms. Ballantyne, the opposition will not allow this tragedy to be managed, minimized, or forgotten.